So unfortunately, I regret to make this video, but Black Ops 7 came out, and these YouTubers are tearing this game up to pieces. I'm barely getting into the game, and I just been seeing people just trash the online, the campaign. For me, I care most about campaign. Not, I don't really see too many people talk about zombies. Some people say zombies is good. Some people say the multiplayer is pretty decent. I think I got to play it again myself and give it a real good try and just seeing how everything is. But just the negative reviews of it is just kind of crazy from seeing from YouTubers, and I've been seeing the movement and stuff like that, and it looks pretty good. Like, you know, the movement looks more fluid, and they say they took off like army movement and all kinds of like weird slide canceling, all kind of stuff. And then there's no aim assist in the Black Ops 7, so you know it's more kind of skill based, and you have to be actually skillful to play the game, which is kind of cool to see that for the multiplayer aspect. And you know, came with a lot of nostalgic maps. You know, they got Raid, Hijacked, and what's that? Oh my goodness, Raid, Hijacked. There was another one I used to like on Black Ops 2. Yeah, like a lot of really good maps they brought back into. So like the content's really good, but then the big surprise is the campaign. The campaign is, I heard it's not that good. So I mean, it looks crazy. It looks like a really weird game, in my opinion. And I'm trying to figure out what direction were they going with this. Now, my biggest confusion out of the game is mainly just why were they going for this online mass secured version of the game and something less, you know, tangible, and something less, you know, realistic with what they were trying to do. Because my biggest thing with these games is it's like, why are they going in this unrealistic route where they have co-op campaign, and you know, you have all these characters in together. And from what I've seen from the start of the campaign, when I played it, or when I was looking at it, somebody playing it, you know, it looks weird. It looks kind of off. It doesn't have like cutscenes. It doesn't have like a narrative of what's going on. It just looks like kind of a jumbled, you know, you go figure it out yourself type of game. And it's something to me that looks kind of bothersome. And I'm honestly like, it kind of just took me out. Like, you know, here we are again, back with the Nova 6 project, and back with the Nova 6 gas, you know, affecting the main characters and stuff like that, because they got David Mason. But you know, I'm not really a big fan of how David Mason looks. David Mason kind of looks a little off. It just looks too different from, you know, how it was in Black Ops 2. And I'm like, okay, like, just get used to it. But you know, they all get struck with the Nova gas, and now they're in this, you know, interstellar Inception type of setting, and it's like really psychedelic and really trippy and all. You know, you're just tripping balls and shit, just looking at, you know, the characters really just dealing with people and stuff. And yeah, it's you know, one of those things where I'm like, okay, what direction were they trying to go with this? You know, why are we leading into this? Now, I got spoiled I'm pretty sure you guys got spoiled by the big old ending of the game, but you know, Harper is the final boss. This big, gigantic ass character, Harper, is the final boss of the game, and it doesn't even look like Call of Duty at this point. What happened to the multiple choices? What happened to having the characters, you know, where do we go wrong with gaming? It's like, why do they go through this route where it's like they had something so cool back then, where like multiple endings? I can't even speak. Back in Black Ops 2, you know, they had that stuff back then. It was, you know, the most coolest concept I've ever seen in my life. And you know, you get to have multiple different endings, and you know, a whole arrays of characters going through different routes depending on your choices, kind of like a Telltale game series. You know, and it's just, you know, whatever you do has an impact on whatever the ending is. And you know, just seeing that's been taken out of most recent COD games is kind of a big letdown for me in general, because that was like a big thing. I mean, like Black Ops 2 around that time felt like probably the last Black Ops game out of the series. The way how they was going with that game, they put their entire soul into that, and they treated it like that was like the last installment of the series. You know, of course they improved on everything beforehand, and they got better with it. But the campaign to me was one of the biggest things where Black Ops 2 really just nailed it for me, and I never will forget the campaign, how much of an impact it led on my gaming life. Yeah, but the choices that, you know, Treyarch is doing with this game is crazy. It's just, it doesn't look like Call of Duty. It looks like just something like of an arcade shooter game of the ending. And I'm just, you know, I wanted them to do more with this, and not seeing them pull through. Honestly, I've been seeing just how the campaign been looking on there. It's just this linear thing, and I wanted them to really like push their limits and just seeing how far they can go with the creativeness and just go crazy with. Of course they went crazy with all this stuff, but I wanted them to not like this. This is like, I'm looking at this like, damn, everybody making fun of the game before I get. That's like one of the worst things for me as a consumer or someone that just likes to buy or get into games. I shouldn't say consumer like NPC, but like someone that just likes to buy games or buy any type of something on my favorite franchise, and just seeing it already being trashed the moments before I get the damn thing, and you see all reviews, they all say the same thing, like, what is the campaign doing? What's going on? Why is it like this? This looks terrible. All kind of crazy shit. I'm like, damn, like I just wanted the game to be good, and that's it, and actually just have fun with it when I get the damn thing with some friends. But it looks like that's probably not going to happen anytime soon because of how many people are just of course I can give it a try, but I like to save my money before getting into something where I'm like, okay, like, oh shit, look at this. But yeah, it's crazy just seeing the campaign, man. Yeah, but just getting into the campaign and just seeing like the route they took, and it was just like, okay, there's not much we can do. But yeah, the campaign of it looks okay, I suppose, but I expect a lot better. But the multiplayer looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of fluent. They took out like a lot of the problems from Black Ops 6. Now, Black Ops 6 was a game that I got it when I first got the PlayStation 5, and with the campaign and the multiplayer, first started with the campaign. I liked the campaign, but I just wished it was a little bit longer, and then it didn't have like that little plot twist of an ending. Same thing that Cold War was doing. Then the multiplayer was a little mixed for me. Some games I enjoyed it, but a lot of games I just found it to be kind of irritating with the movement system, how fast people was moving. It was like this twitch-based reflexes, and I'm like, I could not keep up with the game. Like, I have to be caffeinated to play it, and it wasn't like that before with any other Call of Duty. But this one, you had to really be on it when it came to your movement and how you kind of approach the maps and stuff. You have to really make sure you was like well equipped before you get started with any match, because if you weren't, you're gonna get your ass torn apart. And then the skill-based matchmaking, that's another thing, and there's just a big mess with that. I didn't play too much of zombies on it. I played a little bit of it. I thought it was pretty fine, standard, but I didn't play too much of it. I really didn't play too much of zombies, but I enjoyed it playing with a friend, probably every other couple game or something like that. But yeah, I just did the best I could with it. But I ain't gonna lie though, Black Ops 6 campaign is probably underrated. I like the style of it. Now the choices you make, the things you can do, that's what I'm talking about. Like the choices, that's the biggest thing out of gaming. It felt more like a Fallout game more than anything. It felt like more of a, you go out places, you interact, and like, you talk to characters and stuff, and you collect things throughout the map. And, just, you had your own choice. You had more freedom to go do stuff. And, there's more stealth into it, so you can hide from enemies and all kinds of stuff. And it felt like just this weird, I remember this certain part of the Black Ops 6 campaign where you kind of fell into like this Nova 6 type of building, and they had all these chemicals and chemistry, and you start seeing shit, and you start shooting at zombies, and it was crazy. I was scared shitless playing that, but it was something, but scared the shit out of me playing that. So I did enjoy the campaign a lot, playing it when I first got it. But with Black Ops 7, maybe there'll be from what it looks like at the ending part, I'll say maybe there will probably be like another spin-off where it's like another downloadable map or something like that. You can get an expansion pack of a story of the campaign, because I know Modern Warfare did that, and a couple of other Call of Duties did that, where they expanded a little bit more of the campaign and just seeing what else you can take, and just seeing what else they can do with the story. But for right now, this is what we got. And the fucking gigantic Harper looking thing, I suppose that's gonna be meme to death for the rest of the year. Just, my God, man, what y'all doing, my boy Harper, man? Harper was that dude, man. Harper was my boy back in Black Ops 2. Man, did you know when I first got to that option where you're supposed to shoot Menendez or Harper, man, my ass went straight for Menendez. Fuck you mean I was not trying to shoot my boy Harper. I remember when I made that choice Menendez, he like yeet, he yeeted that shit. You betrayed, and I remember he said this line too. He was like, "You betrayed us, and for what? Your life means nothing." And he just fucking blows your head on some shit. But I could never make that choice to shoot Harper because you was with them the whole time in the campaign, and you grew like this bond with them. And so, like, to see what they're doing with it, I'm like, damn. Well, I mean, of course, I got to get into the campaign and just play it out. I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, okay, hopefully they do a little bit more with all this stuff. But we'll just kind of see how it goes. So, yeah, that is my take on the Call of Duty campaign and what I've been seeing so far. Of course, buy the game, get your own opinions, just see what you can. Not to be a bandwagon, but I'm looking at this more of a viewer where, say if I want to go buy a product or I want to go get something and I'm seeing already negative reviews on it, of course you can make your own review. But it's mainly like a lot of the people that really are into Call of Duty, and when they say something is bad, they mean that shit is bad. And they'll make a whole hour-long video essay saying why this shit is trash, and they will stand by it. No matter what the fuck you got to say, they be like, "Nah, bro, this shit trash. The game could be a lot better. All this and all that and this, that." I'm like, shit, okay. All right, buddy, you guys got your point in. All right. Fuck. That's how I be looking when I see them reviews and shit. Like, damn it. But thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a great day. Just form your own opinion and have fun with whatever game. If you're playing Battlefield 6, have fun with Battlefield 6. If you're playing any other game, have fun with that. I've been on to single-player games, so I'm just, having fun wherever I can. But thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I will be posting more about whatever content. So just stay tuned and have fun. Thank you guys. Bye.